Good morning. It's the Saints Span and it's Sunday, the 23rd. I'm back. I've been back a week. I'm sat in the van actually on the drive. Two grandkids causing mayhem in there. You don't want to see two 7 and 8 year old running around. Weather's shite, so they're indoors wrecking the house. Well, not wrecking the house, but having fun. Gonna get a big digger go by the front of my drive. So you probably hear that. Yeah, so we had a week off in Spain. Brilliant. Recharged the batteries, and we were back at it on Monday the 17th. Fuel prices have rocketed. They're rocketed so much that I'm ordered another card from Express. It was on Pete the Couriers, and I chatted to the guy named Drew on their Express Transit or Express fuel cards, and I think they can do me okay. We'll see. They've promised this, they've promised that. They always do. But one of my fuel cards has just gone ballistic. It's over. It's next week. It's at 150. It was 146 this week, and my cheapest fuel was 145, which is still mad. It's mega high. You know, it's gone up. But that's the way. What can you do? Anyway, Monday, I did. Let's just make this brief. All the week I did 15 jobs. I did, let's get this right again. I did 11 on the CX and 4 not on the CX, non-CX. And it worked out okay. I had a lot of dead miles on Monday. I took a job down to Exeter and I was looking for another job. And the only job I got an Exeter to Bridgewater, which didn't get me far up the road. And Bridgewater, it was later on. I wanted to get home. I'm not tramping last week. It was bitterly cold. And I drove home from Bridgewater 140 miles, which is not good, but it's what it is. I was well over target for the day, but the pence per mile wasn't brilliant. But unfortunately, times are hard on the CX at the moment. Guys will tell you, my good friend Dave Taylor at Anvil Logistics, he's just put a video out. It is. It's getting more difficult. This time of year is normally a lot better than this, but I have managed to do okay, but it just seems harder. Tuesday, I did 3 jobs. Northampton to Tewkesbury. I did Tewkesbury to Leicester, Mount Sorrel, north of Leicester. And then I picked a job up from Lenton, which is in Nottingham, down to Milton Keynes, John Lewis, which always rings alarm bells. But I got a booking. And I only got 6 boxes, and I was in and out in 25 minutes, which for John Lewis is really good. And a good day. I went just over target again. But again, I was doing a fair bit of toing and froing. After Monday, I didn't do any long jobs. They were all short jobs. Wednesday, I got a job. Pick up at between 6:30 and 7:30 from Thrapston to Walsall. That was a pallet. And then I managed to get a job from Tamworth to Milton Keynes. I'm reading the Bible, by the way. And then I got a Milton Keynes to Milton Keynes, which was great. It was 4 miles. Got 30 quid for it. I never normally quote 30 quid, but it was 4 miles and I was 2 miles from it. I knew where it was picking up and I knew where it was going. I've done the job before. And it took me 20 minutes, half hour tops. And then I got a job. Not on the CX, got a company phone me up. Am I near Northampton? I am. They got a Northampton to Milton Keynes and then back to Northampton, wait and return. So we travelled Milton Keynes back to Northampton, back to Milton Keynes, back to Northampton. A good day, a really good day, and a really good pence per mile that day. And then Thursday, I was back to Tamworth again, which I also was in Wednesday. I did Northampton to Tamworth. That was not on the CX. And I then did a Burton-on-Trent. I went from Tamworth to Burton-on-Trent to Peterborough. And that was okay. It just seems to take a long while to get across to Peterborough. That road out east is just a pain. And then I managed to pick up St Ives to Northampton, which was great. No dead miles. Quoted it. I quoted a pound loaded miles and got that as well. So that worked out okay. Bring us on to Friday. I'm just looking for a short day. Fridays now, I'm trying to finish early, and it worked out. I got a toaster to Stevenage, which can be a bit like that, a bit iffy. But it was this side of Toaster, so I didn't have to go through the roadworks where they are on that, by the A43, where it takes you forever. It was this side of Toaster on a farm, and it went to Stevenage. And then I managed to get a job. I quoted on a lot. Yes, Friday that was busy, the CX. It really was. It seems though it always is. And I quoted on a job from Letchworth Garden City, which I was 7 miles from, down to Park Royal. I know London not well. I know it enough to get postcodes where I'm happy to go to. NW10 is Park Royal, around that North Circular, Wembley. I'm quite happy to do that because you just go along the North Circular and back on the M1. And this was to NW10 Park Royal. I quoted £2 a mile on that and got it. And it was one sign. And I knew where I was going as well. I've been to the company a few times and I knew you could get parked in there. And it was not a bad tip. And I decided to drive home. I was on target for the week. And then I got a phone call. Could I nip into Milton Keynes? And I was just past Luton at the time. And I picked up a job Milton Keynes to Northampton, which was not on the CX. And again, took me home, ideal. So I did a pretty good week, and Friday I was finished at 2:15. So not bad. So it was all small jobs apart from the Exeter run. And I think it's going to be the same on next week because it's just not warm enough to tramp. Hotels are too dear. Unless I get a good Scotland job where I'm going to put big money on it to cover a hotel. And that's not going to happen because I think the jobs go to Scotland, they're going too cheap. They really are. But that's just my opinion. So I did 1,417 miles. I did 46 hours duty. So just over 9 hours a day. 37 hours driving. I didn't hang around a lot. It was driving, picking up jobs, which is nice. And my money was 1,010 before VAT, which puts it at 1,212. Pay the VAT man is 121. It comes out at 1,090 and 80 pence, which gets me on £218.16. All my miles, every mile, I put the tripometer on Monday morning on 0, and whatever I finish at the end of the week, that's it. That's the mileage I do. And every mile come out at 77 pence a mile, which is not as good as 2 weeks ago. I got 84, but it was short jobs, and I had one massive dead miles on Monday. So it's all good. You got any questions? I will try and answer them. I say I've got a job tomorrow. Again, it's a job I do for a company, and I'm going from Northampton to Nottingham, picking up at 8. So we're off to a start up to Nottingham. It's going to NG1, so I'm hoping to be there 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, and we'll see what we get from there. I say the weather's been really cold, and it's just horrible. Dark in the morning, dark at night. What can you do? While I was away, the van had a service, and it's, according to the mechanic, Darren, touching wood, it's running sweet. He checked everything. It's all good. And the auxiliary belt that was slightly loose, the belt was absolutely fine. He said the belt was fine. He tightened it or done something to it. I don't know, but it's all good. And yeah, touch wood, it stays like it. I've just paid off a bill, a VAT bill, quarterly bill. No, I haven't. Well, I've put it through to the HMRC. They take it out on the 13th, I think, next month. Can't remember now. But yeah, all good. So I'm going to go back in now to the madhouse, which is our house. The 2 boys are being picked up in about half an hour. So we'll have the rest of our day to ourselves. I'd like to wash the van, but it's absolutely thrown it down the rain, and it's just horrible. So it ain't going to get a wash. Fuel cards are a pain. I'm also downloading my goods in transit, my public liability through Trusted. I did it on Thursday. It's due for Monday. They declined it because something wasn't matching something. Mine is a combined goods in transit and public liability insurance policy. So you put the same one on the goods in transit and the same one on the public liability. Because it's a combined, then it's just, Trusted just does my bloody head in. And the CX have sent me a message to say that my goods in transit is due on the 25th or whatever. Please upgrade it because you will have restrictions. So, but I can contact the CX tomorrow, and I will, to say, what do you want me to do? I'm doing everything through Trusted, and you cannot contact Trusted. You cannot contact them by email. It's automated, no reply. You put stuff on there, they'll get back to you, and all they do is say declined, and they give you a reason that it's not there. And all the actions, all the boxes, the documents, there's 9 different things, all say complete. All of them. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a fucking pain, but we're legal, so we'll chat with CX tomorrow, and I'll get back to you on that one. So, have a great day, rest of the weekend. England playing this afternoon against Argentina. So we get a win. That's what I'll be watching. Speak soon.